Imagine that when life gets difficult or there are disappointments or challenges, you're able to relate to yourself in a way that is kind, reassuring, encouraging, and compassionate. In this video, I'm going to explore 5 ways to do just that, and also highlight some pitfalls to avoid. Welcome to Compassion in a T-shirt. I'm Dr. Stan Steindl. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe for more insights on compassion, self-compassion, mental health, and personal development. Now, let's dive in. Before we get into the 5 ways to relate to yourself compassionately, I'd just like to mention briefly that the foundation of today's topic is compassion-focused therapy, or CFT. Developed by Professor Paul Gilbert, CFT is an approach to psychotherapy that helps people cultivate self-compassion and deal with emotional difficulties more effectively. It emphasizes understanding the evolutionary and psychological underpinnings of our thoughts, feelings, behaviors, and motivations, helping us to understand that our suffering is not our fault, but is our responsibility. And so we become more wise, strong, caring, and compassionate towards ourselves and others. Check out my video, What is Compassion-Focused Therapy, if you'd like to know more. The first way to relate to yourself compassionately during difficult times is through mindful awareness. Mindfulness involves being present in the moment without judgment. When we face challenges, our minds often spiral into negative self-talk, self-criticism, worry, or rumination. By practicing mindfulness, we can observe our thoughts and feelings, becoming aware of our own minds, without getting caught up in the products of our minds. To practice mindful awareness, try this simple exercise. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths. Notice the sensations in your body and any thoughts that may arise. Acknowledge these thoughts without judgment and gently bring your focus back to your breath. This practice helps create a space between you and your thoughts, allowing for a more compassionate response. Remember, mindfulness is not about getting rid of thoughts, but about changing your relationship with them. The second way to respond to difficult life situations is an often overlooked but incredibly powerful aspect, bringing it back to your body. Our body language, facial expressions, voice tones, and breathing can significantly influence our emotional state. By consciously using these physical cues, we can downregulate our threat system and create a sense of calmness and composure. First, let's talk about body posture. When we're stressed or anxious, we tend to hunch over, cross our arms, or adopt a closed posture. These positions can reinforce feelings of defensiveness and anxiety. Instead, try adopting an open, upright posture. Sit or stand with your back straight, shoulders relaxed, and arms uncrossed. This posture can help you feel more confident and at ease. Next, let's focus on facial expressions. Our facial expressions send powerful signals to our brain about how we're feeling. When we're upset, our faces often tense up, which can perpetuate feelings of stress. Try softening your facial expression by relaxing your forehead, unclenching your jaw, and gently smiling. Even a slight smile can trigger feelings of warmth and friendliness and promote a sense of well-being. Now let's move on to voice tones. The way we speak to ourselves can have a profound impact on our emotions. When we're harsh or critical, it activates our threat system. In contrast, a warm and supportive voice tone can activate our soothing system, Practice speaking to yourself in a gentle, caring voice. Imagine how you would speak to a beloved friend or a child who's upset, and use that same tone with yourself. Finally, let's talk about soothing rhythm breathing. Our breath is a powerful tool for regulating our nervous system. When we're stressed, our breathing becomes shallow and rapid, which can exacerbate feelings of anxiety. By practicing slow, deep breathing, we can activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which helps calm the body. Here's a simple breathing exercise. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose for a count of 4. Hold it for a count of 4. Then exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. Repeat this cycle several times, focusing on the rhythm of your breath, slowing down the body. The third way to relate to ourselves with compassion is through compassionate imagery. Our brains respond to imagery almost as powerfully as to real-life experiences. By visualizing compassion, we can evoke a sense of calmness and groundedness within ourselves. To practice compassionate imagery, find a quiet place and close your eyes. Imagine a figure who embodies perfect compassion. This could be a religious figure, a loved one, or even an imagined character. Visualize this figure offering you warmth, understanding, and unconditional support. Imagine them saying words of support and encouragement to you. This exercise can help activate the soothing systems in your brain, reducing stress and promoting emotional well-being. Next is self-compassionate self-talk. Often we are our harshest critics, saying things to ourselves that we would never say to a friend. Self-compassionate self-talk involves treating yourself with the same friendliness and understanding that you would offer to others, especially those you care about. Here's how to practice it. When you notice negative self-talk, pause and ask yourself, what would I say to a friend in this situation? Then direct those same words towards yourself. For instance, if you're feeling like a failure after a setback, instead of saying, I'm worthless, try saying, this is tough, but I'm doing my best and that's enough. Wherever possible, we can try and practice being validating towards ourselves, reassuring, supportive, and encouraging towards ourselves. Over time, this practice can significantly shift your inner dialogue from criticism to compassion. The final way is understanding what's behind your feelings. Difficult emotions often stem from deep-seated human factors. We have tricky, evolved brains, and we're shaped by life experiences. And all of this can cause us to react in certain ways. By identifying and understanding these background factors, we can respond to them with compassion rather than reactivity. Start by keeping a journal. Whenever you experience a strong emotional reaction, jot down what happened, how you felt, and what thoughts crossed your mind. Over time, patterns may emerge, and you might start to notice that when you feel threatened, vulnerable, or self-conscious, you tend to suffer more. Once you identify them, you can work on responding more compassionately. For example, if criticism triggers feelings of inadequacy, recognize this pattern and remind yourself that everyone has these kinds of vulnerabilities. Everyone can feel inadequate at times, but we can bring awareness and understanding to the mind and how it works, and gradually create a compassionate response to ourselves rather than a critical one. Now, let's talk about some common pitfalls to avoid when practicing self-compassion. First, avoid confusing self-compassion with self-pity. Self-compassion is about understanding and kindness, not wallowing in your difficulties. Second, beware of using self-compassion as an excuse to avoid taking responsibility. It's about acknowledging your struggles while also encouraging growth and change. Lastly, don't expect immediate results. Cultivating self-compassion is a gradual process that requires patience and consistency. In summary, here are the 5 ways to relate to yourself compassionately during difficult times. Practice mindful awareness. Bring it back to the body. Use compassionate imagery. Engage in self-compassionate self-talk, and understand what's behind your suffering. And it's not your fault, but we can find ways to manage it. Remember, self-compassion is a journey, not a destination. Be patient with yourself as you integrate these practices into your life. And thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with anyone who might benefit. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.